It's the snowball effect, it's momentum, right? If you roll a snowball down a hill, the surface area of the snowball increases and it collects even more snow.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever and whenever you are tuning in from. My name is Darian J. Welcome to my little studio. I'm a bit late this evening. My computer decided to crash just a moment ago, and I couldn't access my sound card or anything. So I've rebooted and we're going live, but we are having to wait for things to load up. So while the track we're going to work on is loading up, we're going to have a listen to the track we're going to be working on. I'm not sure if we've played this one on the stream before. It may be the first time you're hearing it. So I'm going to listen to it with you. Now, as I've said before, rather than playing the actual project from Ableton Live and looking at the track as it's going through, we're going to listen to it without looking at it. So grab yourself your headphones if that's the best thing you've got for listening to music on. If you've got studio monitors, obviously that's also good. So if you are listening live, then do let me know if you spot any issues with the track. So this is what we're looking for. We're looking for problems to solve. We're not looking for solutions yet. We're just looking for the problems. So what is there in the track that isn't quite working? Or is there something in there that isn't doing the job it's supposed to be doing or is unnecessary? We're not looking for things that are missing. We're looking for what's not working, and then we can figure out why it's not working. But we've got to figure out, we've got to hear for what isn't working first. That's the key. And listening to it as a complete piece of music, even in its unfinished state, is the key. So let me get my phone over here, so in case anyone's got anything to say on the old chat. Do let me know if you're watching. It's always good to know. Drop me a message in the chat. It's difficult to keep track of everything. I'm not quite used to this streaming lark yet, so I don't get notifications when people start watching or anything like that. So do let me know. And of course, if you've got any questions, feel free. In my limited experience, I can maybe help with some things. Okay, so the track we're going to listen to is called Have Fun Staying Poor, HFSP for short. And those Bitcoiners amongst us will know what that's referring to. and it's referring to all those people who spend their time and money on shitcoins and trying to make money trading like the experts and failing miserably. Whereas if you just put your money into Bitcoin regularly, it will pay back in due course as it increases value over time. Minimum of 4 years and you make money, guaranteed. Okay, so let's have a listen. I'm going to put something nice on the screen to watch rather than just this playback thing. And we can hopefully just hear it as a piece of music. So let's go to something a bit more nice, a bit nice to look at. I'm going to turn my mic off as well. Right, excellent. Thanks for sitting through that. Now to me, hi Lara, how you doing? So the problems to me with that track, there wasn't a great deal wrong with it at this stage. I think the arrangement, the sounds used, is generally okay. As I say, we're not looking for perfection here, but there are a few things I noticed. One of the things is the kick and the bass are a touch loud. Obviously, it is quite a bass-led track, and the kick is quite dominant because it's a breakbeat kind of track. But even so, it's a little bit too loud. I found there wasn't enough tension leading up to first Vox sample section. And at first I thought the repeating vocal was a bit much, and maybe just needed the one instance of it. But hearing it again later, it worked later on. So maybe it doesn't need to repeat early on. Maybe it is too much. Repeat too much in first Vox section. So maybe we'll keep it as it is in the second section, because we're used to hearing it by then, and it works because it's a build up as well then, so it's not just a straight repetition as well. So we'll just introduce it, that first section, and see how that sounds when we next listen back to it. What else was there? I wanted that main kind of synth keys sound section. I wanted to hear that again after the last break. So wanted to hear keys section again. Also, first ARP, so ARP pattern, ARP sound. ARP sound was a bit low in the mix, it's a bit kind of lost. It's kind of neither here nor there. Sound a bit low, and so it's a bit low and a bit far back as well. So I think we could be a little bit braver with that. Maybe bring it forward and give it a bit more oomph. I'll sound a bit far and a bit low back. Okay, so cool. That's our problems. That's our problems? There are our problems. That's our list of problems. So kick and bass are touch loud, so that's obvious. So up, reduce volume. I think it's quite possibly the bass is a bit too much on it as well. So I'm just going to reduce volume and lower bass on group on bus. So the kick and the bass are going to the lower end bus, and they're just a bit too much. So I should bring the sub and bring the bass down a touch on that. That should reduce that. Not enough tension leading up to first Vox sample section. So larger edit and remove elements sequentially before. So remove perk elements sequentially before. So we'll try that. Vox repeats too much in first Vox section, so use just once with echo instead. Wanted to hear keys. Wanted to hear keys section again. So bring back that last drop. Arp sound a bit low and far back. So let's just increase volume and let's add some saturation to it and compression, just to give it a bit more oomph. So increase volume, reduce reverb, and add some saturation and compression. So let's put these in order of quick wins. So let's do kick bass too loud, we can do that quickly. Vox peak too much, we can do that quickly. Not enough tension. Yeah, we can do that relatively quickly. You want to hear kick section again, yeah. And then ARP sound could be a bit of a rabbit hole, so we'll leave that till last. And we've got plenty of time, relatively speaking. So let's go over to dual screens. And let's see what we can do. So the first thing was, I remember, is kick and bass too loud. So let's find a section we can work with. There's quite a bit going on. I know the bit where the vocal is quite big. So let's loop this up, play it back, and we'll see if we can just bring that kick and bass volume down and the bass intensity down a bit. Sorry if that's quite loud. Okay, so that's the volume down and touch on each of those, and then we want low mix bus here. As I've said before, I bus everything into these 4 mix buses: low mix bus, perk mix bus, melodic mix bus, and then effects mix. So going into the low, we have kick and bass. And if we bring the bass down a touch. Actually, I don't want to solo this. And the sub itself down a touch. So that's the sub level of the actual bass, and this is a separate sub control. Let's pause. You can hear the difference. So this is the sub control on. That's it off. So that's basically because we've reduced the bottom end on that sub, but when we put it on, so it's on a minus 4.7. So when they're off, it's really bassy. With it on, a little bit more control. So let's bring it down a touch more, and that one down a touch more. Cool, that's a bit better. So that'll do for now. As I say, we're not looking to get it perfect, we're just trying to get it closer. Oh, come on, mouse, don't mess around now. Okay, Vox repeat too much and first Vox section uses once with echo. Okay. Oh God, my mouse has been playing up. It's wireless and doesn't seem to like lots of things going on. So the vocal part. Oh sugar, what have I done there? So the vocal part. Where's it gone? There it is. It actually starts before the beginning of the bar. So we're going to take that out. Oop. I just have it play once. We may have it start play again at the beginning of the next 8 bars. We'll see. Let's have a listen. Well, maybe we have it again there in that gap. Is that where it was before? Can't remember. Let's have a listen. Okay, I think we take this one out and we leave it in the gaps. Maybe it's just less off than it needs. So let's have a quick listen. Yeah, that's better. Great. So now I'm starting to think that maybe we don't need the full repetition in the last section either, or the next vocal section. Let's try and see let's see what it sounds like. Yeah, I think it's the same situation. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it out of there and just leave it in the gaps. And then we can play with the delay a little bit more, the echo. So let's hit record and add a bit more echo to some of these. Just going to hit record and do this live. And we're going to use the MIDI control for the Vox and Keys channel to send a bit more delay. Let's hit record. And nope. Okay, cool, that'll do. And let's do it with this section as well. And we'll see if we get a bit more messed up. We've got 2 different types of echo. We've got the one I've just shown you on there, but we've also got this kind of multi-effects echo. As you can hear in the background, it's getting a bit out of control. So let's hit record and do the same and see if we can mess this up a little bit more intense, a bit more extreme. I'm just controlling the feedback level on the echo with the iPad here, just to give that really, really long tail there. And there was, okay, so we've done that a little bit more than we're supposed to, but that'll do. Sometimes you can get a bit carried away with ideas. So not enough attention leading up to first Vox sample section. Larger edit and remove perk elements sequentially before. Okay, so that's here. So it's this section here. Cool. So the effect's getting out of control again. Oops. So I just recorded in taking some of those bits out. So we're just gonna, oops, I'm just gonna put them back in at the start of the phrase. Oops, cool, lost it there. I just want to get that on the actual bar. There we go, that'll do. It's close enough. What else was there? So that was a hat. Hats need to come in back in. There it is. Nope. Okay, so I just need to move that along. Oh, for God's sake. Can't you just get a bit closer than that? That'll do. Hopefully that will be on time. And we've now got this strange thing. We need to get rid of that. Okay. I want to do a little bit more detail on that edit as well, for that the ride symbol. It's quite nice that, but I want it just to stop. So we're just going to use the channel control. Oops. Cool. I think that should do it. Great. So we've got a bit more tension built there with a longer edit. We've got the Vox acting as a question and answer with the big bass lead. Bow, bow, now, a fun stand Paul. Bow, now. Makes it quite hooky and memorable. Okay, wanted to hear key section again. Bring back at last drop. Okay. Is that really the case? So here's the key section I'm talking about. Okay, so it's after this drop. So first of all, I'm just going to bring that Echo Boy volume down for that tail. Where is it? There it is. Oh god, where is everything going? Which is here. So just put a marker in so we know we're working. Come on. Oh, what's happening there? Oh no. We don't need to scroll because it's right at the bottom there. So we're just going to bring the volume of that down a touch. Because it gets quite intense. And then we, oh god, sorry about that. And what we need to do, some automation on the keys section, because we want some contrast between this section and the previous keys section. Sorry about my belly rumbling, if you can hear that. That's a long way to go. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So let's record. Get this going. We'll do some changes. See how it sounds. And we also want a spot delay on there as well, because that just kind of stops a bit too abruptly. And also, I think we need an edit. There is an edit, but we need a bit more detail in that edit, I think. So let's just loop that little section. Alright, the mouse is not playing. Okay, so let's do a little kick drum edit. Not kick drum, is this actually going to do anything? Not sure. No. So let's just assign this to this, which is momentary. Great for doing edits, and we're just going to record from here through this little edit, and we're doing a little drum pattern shuffle. also going to kill the bass for a second there as well, I think. Because why not? Do what I want. It's kind of cool. I like that. Alright, so that's that done. ARP sound a bit low and far back. Increase volume, reduce reverb, but add some saturation and compression. Ooh, that's a little bit excessive, maybe. But let's have a look. So we're talking about this section here. Now I wonder if it would be better if we just brought the whole lot down an octave. So if we do Shift Alt down arrow, that'll bring the whole thing down an octave. Maybe. Yeah, I think just a little bit less cut off, a little bit less filter. That's a bit nicer, we like that. Okay, so there's no reverb on that. Well, there is, but not on the main. Not in the mixer, but in the actual plugin there's some reverb, and it's on all of them. So let's just assign a control, one we're not messing with. Let's say resonance. Let's put a reverb on that and bring it down. That's nice, and we'll just use our own reverb. Or maybe take the whole reverb off. Oof, no, really dry. Actually, let's try it with our own reverb. Okay, we can do a little bit of automation on that, on the big reverb, just at the end of that. Oops. All right. Feedback. It's almost like working with analog gear, the way this is all set up. It's very unwieldy, but that's the idea. Right, so we're just going to record from the middle of this, and we just want to do a little bit of a ramp with the Hall Effect Reverb, which is this Valhalla Supermassive, which is awesome, and it's free. So head over to Valhalla and download that if you want a big, long, never-ending reverb. This is awesome. Let's take the low end off that a bit. In fact, let's put an EQ on there just to control that bottom end, so it's not taking up too much space. And we're gonna send the round synth to it. Mix. Oh no, we don't need to do that. We've got it on here, so let's use this one. No, we're not. Because that's got multiple things going through it, so we're going to do it from here. Hall Reverb, that's our control we want. Let's hit record and go for it. Love that. Okay. So yeah, I don't think we need to add saturation and compression to that. I think we just leave it as is for now. I think we've got quite a good sound for that. Although saying that's quite dry. So let's add some Sound Toys Decapitator. Now, again, can't recommend Sound Toys enough. If you want a professional sound with your plugins, this bad boy. Now I just use the bass setting, so beefy. Now be careful with this because it can be really loud. Take low cut, low tone. Yeah, let's see what that sounds like. Hear the difference? On. Right, so off. Quite digital sounding, and then on. And we're going to add a compressor on there as well, just the Ableton one, the glue compressor, which is awesome, just to ease out the peaks a little bit. So bring the threshold down, attack down, release down. We want soft peak clip on. Cool. Okay, so that's that done. Have fun staying poor. I think that's pretty much it. But like we did this morning, and so if anyone who watched this morning show stream, I switched my microphone off while during the recording the take, and managed to mute the output from the computer at the same time. So it's just basically 8 minutes of me dancing in silence. Not the best streaming experience for anyone. So I'm just going to do the same. So just so you can hear everything now that it's been done. I wouldn't normally do this. I would just do it, bounce it out, and not listen to it for 3 days. But we are streaming live. So I am going to add an external instrument plugin to a MIDI channel. I'm going to put nothing on it. I'm going to pretend I'm sending it to the TD3, but I'm not. I'm going to change the input channel so it doesn't actually send anything. Send some audio to it. Just turn the channel off just in case. And then that way, Ableton thinks we are sending stuff to an external MIDI instrument, so it will only bounce out the audio in real time. So let's just save this. 2.5, this is our 5th session on it, and we'll bounce it out, and it will bounce out in real time, and this way it means we can listen to it as it does it. Again, I'm just going to do an MP3 because it's not ready yet, I don't think, and I'm going to put something nice to look at on the old screen. I'll turn my mic off but not the sound, and I'll catch you on the other side. Okay. That was sounding okay to me. I think we've got the bass and the kick at the right kind of level now. I like the keys section coming back in after that second drop. I think the edit probably needs a bit more work. So it doesn't seem to be enough of a rest from the beats and stuff and the bass. So that's something we can work out later. So hi to Abbott Costello, Caxips06 and Maddenson. I'm not sure which two of you are watching, but hi anyway. Any questions, be sure to drop them in the chat. I think we're pretty much done. We've bounced out, we've saved it. We've had a quick listen. What we are going to do is we're going to attach it to my card. So let's grab the file that we just bounced out, and we're just going to drag it over to the card in Trello, and that basically attaches it, and automatically you'll see this update. There's the file. It's now added a date of 3 days time, so I'm not going to listen to it again for another 3 days. And also puts it to the bottom. Well, it would put it to the bottom of that list if there's anything else in there, but that's the only one in there. So that's it for now. We could work on this. I have listened to this one back. What time is it? So it's past. Yeah, we got some time. No, actually, no. I've got to go cook dinner. So I could sit here doing this all night, but I'm not going to. I'm hungry. So is my missus. So I better go and buy some food to cook. So thanks for joining me, guys. I remember, if you have any questions, do drop them in the chat or drop them in the comments if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or wherever else you're watching. Drop the comments in. And I can answer those either on the next stream or just in reply in text. So either or is good. So thanks for joining me. My name is Darian J. This is my little studio, and it's nice to have you here. I am here again Thursday morning, 7:30 a.m. UK time. We'll be working on more new stuff. Also going to be preparing a second track to use in my Thursday evening jam. So where I am, it's 5:30 p.m. UK time. We're going to have a little mix on the decks, but also incorporating some live stuff. So we're going to add to the track we jammed last week. We're going to put a second track in there, and hopefully use my new preset switching technique. Hopefully switch to a completely different track in the same project using the same instruments. So exciting times. All right. Thanks again. And I will see you Thursday morning. Take care.